It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show. We all love to Bill, blah, 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 Fred and Joe.
Sybil. Hello, welcome to the Off Air Podcast. I'm back in the hot seat. My name's Liam. Ben.
Hello there. Good to have you back, Liam.
Belle.
Hello.
Producer Andy.
Present.
Producer Brody.
Oh.
He's
Where
around,
is he?
He's around.
Start without Brody.
I told him it was starting.
We don't wait for anybody. We say we're starting, and then if you come in, you come in.
That's
Look,
just
that's
rude.
it's a notable mark on the absence roll. Producer Tina.
Hello.
Hey! Tina's first day, guys. Tina's first Off Air Pod. Feels good. Feels good. Enjoy. Let's introduce the rest of the team. Macy.
Hello.
We also have Scudder.
Hello.
And Tina, do you remember this guy's name? I can never quite...
Oh,
Be real. Yeah. It's
Never for real, Tina. What is it?
I want to say Tim.
she's stressing. Nah, it's okay. It's your first day. It's Jack. Yeah.
Liam forgets all the time.
I forget all the time.
So for those that don't, two things quickly. Liam, how did you find listening to an OAP without being on
Yeah, it
it?
was actually really good. Like, I actually enjoyed it. I was listening to it, like, I was, like, literally dying in bed all day on Friday, and I had all my mates over, and they were gallivanting, having fun. I was like, ooh. So I put it on for some company whilst I was lying in bed, trying not to poo. And, it was enjoyable. It was nice. Ben was actually quite nice to me as well. It was like a little slither there, and Belle, like, her heart melted. You're like, oh.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
And then there was also a trap that Andy was like, would you like the details? And I was like, oh my God, she's not going to do it right.
Yeah.
And then when you did it, I couldn't believe it.
It's like a truck, like a train coming
Dude,
from
it's
10
so
kilometers away.
wild.
Get off the line, Bill! Get up in there! Just like tying a shoelace. Get out of there, Bill!
Oh God, it's coming, it's coming. And I thought, I don't know whether the conch rule was in place, but I didn't think there was much overtalk, which was good.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah,
ask
Macy
about
was
that.
a little bit off mic. At one point.
you got
all
told off.
right. I'm
Yeah.
just behind the scenes, mate. I
Yeah.
don't stand behind this stuff.
Good mic technique, Mace.
That was good.
And then the other thing I wanted to say quickly was, so Tina, for those that don't know, to get you up to speed, because there was a few changes. So we had Tom, and then we had Ruby
He left.
replacing Tom temporarily, and
Yep.
now we've got Tina.
Yes. How'd you find your first day, Tina? It's good.
I think it was all good.
Yeah, it's fair
fun,
enough. You
all
did.
good.
You did well. Any questions? Any thoughts? Anything we could do to help
Oh, it's a
the
review now.
experience?
Nothing yet. I've asked Brody lots of questions throughout the morning, but all good so far.
Okay. Well, we're all ears if there's ever any questions.
Tina, you have listened to the Off Air Podcast before, and you have had notes. Like, you've come to me with, like, hey, I heard you talking about me.
Oh, the dress
Oh,
thing. That was
yeah,
very funny.
yeah.
I'm impressed with Ben, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Because
Threw me
Ben
under
threw
there.
you under the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't me,
Are
firstly.
you sure?
I'm pretty
Sure I
positive.
saw
No,
you
I'm
sit on
pretty
that dress.
positive because I remember it specifically. there were pillows on the couch, so I lifted up the pillows.
Yes.
So I wouldn't have just sat on the dress if I avoided the pillows.
This is right. So this is Belle's actress dress that someone sat on, and she had a bit of a talent fit and bunched through a drywall.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
That's
you-
loosely how I remember
questioned
it.
how the dress got in a screw. What's the word? Strewn
Scrunched.
across the couch.
Yeah,
What-
you said it was me, and you ruined my reputation. And it definitely
Well,
wasn't.
It's not confirmed if it was or was not you, Jack.
Yes, it is.
What I would say is a good weekend around the grounds for team bonding. I have it on good word that Jack and Andy went to the foosball.
correct. And we caught up with Scudder for...
Oh, gee whiz!
Yeah,
for a
they wound
couple
up
of-
at
Yeah,
my
they
gig.
kick-ons with
Yeah.
Scud at Fargo.
Yeah.
So that's everyone there. And then Brody came and hung out with me and my friends on the weekend. Giddy up. And
How'd you find that, Brody?
It was a very enlightening experience, but the lads showed me good company.
Do you?
Yeah.
Because I think that you're very much the same as them. Did you think that you guys were like?
Yeah, we got along.
Yeah.
There was a bit of fun.
You're all
Yeah.
feral.
And how did you go? Like, did you have a few loudmouth soups? Were you pretty dusty?
I was in all sorts by the end. By about 3 a.m. Sunday morning, I was in dire straits.
well, I dropped 8 caps of GastroStop, and that is not an over-exaggeration. Literally, eight GastroStops.
That was to plug you up.
Plugged me out good, but the floodgates opened
And you didn't
yesterday.
go the entire time you were out.
Twice, but
Hey,
dude,
were you with Macy as well?
yes, Macy.
Team bonding?
Yep. Got Macy into the cage.
So it's
with all the
only Belle
celebs.
that didn't see anyone.
And
Well, I
Ben.
messaged you a fair
Be-
bit on the
Bell
weekend,
and Ben.
Andy,
That's
because
so
we're in the
annoying,
same
though.
building
Well,
this
we
weekend.
invited you
No,
to
it
come
wasn't
get
interesting.
dinner
Yes, I
for us
know,
at
and
the
I was
pub.
frantically unpacking my new apartment, but I was in the same building as Andy, and I invited him down to the pool yesterday, and I said, I'm going to Hector's Deli, do you want something? And yeah, that's about it. And then I picked you up from work this morning. I drove you in.
that counts as work. That's not
work.
weekend
You should have
bonding.
come to Fargo Saturday night.
Or
I was
Friday
busy.
night.
You could have asked everyone what station
Unpacking
they
my new
listened to
apartment.
on the rooftop.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, yeah. So Andy, whilst we were out at Fargo, was just doing focus groups.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You had a couple of loudmouth soups, did you say?
Well, I don't really go out much,
bless you.
and when I seen a whole rooftop full of
Potential listeners.
young people, wanted to know what radio station
It
I
was full
to.
business.
And what was the dominant answer?
The dominant answer was, I don't listen to radio. Who does?
What?
Then
course
I
It's
have
full
never
of young
heard that
people.
sort of
Followed
thing
by-
before.
there was a few Triple M's, quite a few Triple M's.
Yep.
No one was really Nova, and then we caught up with a guy with thinning hair.
Like
Can't
very
talk about
thinning hair.
Who was that?
I can't talk about it.
Yeah, can we? I think we can.
Did you tell him to listen to the podcast, though?
No.
Oh,
Okay,
hey,
good.
mate,
All right, well,
he
that's
wouldn't.
fine.
Some guy came up to us, and so we were on a really popular table, and this is why I prefer to not go out of my house. And people just thought they could come up to us and sit at the table because we had spare seats. And this guy came up out of nowhere, and classic like drunk style was like, "Hey, question, guys, how old do you think I look?" And I was like, "Well, you kind of look about 40."
Was he, 18 or something?
He's 28.
He was asking for it.
Yeah, well, if
Well,
you got
yeah.
thin hair, you're
And
going
he had really thin hair.
Well, that's
Came
it.
over.
Yeah.
Well,
Could you, see,
that'd do
could you
it.
see through it?
Yeah.
That'd do it, for sure. There was a
Well, he
moment.
brought it upon himself.
Yeah.
True, yeah. If you're asking for it.
Yeah.
For sure. You're literally asking for it.
If you sat,
I
on,
don't think
if
I've
you sat
ever.
on the popular table, you got to get ready for a bit of flame.
Yeah.
flame
Yeah, they
group
did
war.
We
come
were
up-
not
they
on
were
the
one of the
popular
mean
table.
girls of the
You
roof.
just said you're on the popular table.
Yeah, you said we're on a popular table.
No. Sorry. The table was in a prime location. The people
Right.
on the table
I was gonna say-
were not cool.
Right.
There was
I don't
three
know.
guys in
Andy and
Adelaide
Jack.
United shirts.
I'm surprised I got let in, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I did want to come and meet up with you guys, but I was frantically getting my apartment sorted. So I'm sorry, but it looked cute.
Well, yeah, just in case anyone asks, Bell Jackson, Ben Harvey, and their plus ones enjoyed themselves at the official after parties that were going on at the racing.
Oh, weird. I don't remember being there.
Yeah, I don't have many mates that look like Bell Jackson, that's for sure. But
Yeah, same too. For
still worked the treat. There was a moment, I believe Scudder's got some audio there, Ben, from today. We probably should clear it up. I was trying desperately to just like hook what was coming up in the show, and Ben was trying to F with me. I think up next we open up our advent calendar. It's where we keep all our prizes. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? I can't not talk about it now. Just it's one of the strangest bits.
Do we not put that in the podcast?
It's not in the pod.
Is that not in the
Oh, it's not in the pod. I
Now
wrote-
we have to re-explain
Yeah,
it.
no, but
What
hang
the
on.
hell?
But now we've got to change the promos because the promo hooks towards that.
I haven't made the
Oh
podcast yet.
yeah, the promo. I
Well, the
think
promo could, in
line is-
theory, hook towards this.
Towards this one,
Yeah.
this pod.
Yes, that's fine.
That'll work.
Yeah, but we're not even explaining it now. We're cut off the explanation of it. What?
Yeah.
Well, this is all talked about before the podcast. But obviously, no prick was listening to me, but I don't know why I bother.
So why,
Literally detailed
why-
run through it, and
Why
everyone
did you bring
nodded
it
at
up
me.
again?
why did we put it in the pod?
Oh, because we're talking about it now because we decided it was more of an off-air thing. But obviously,
Well,
everyone
it
had
was
their
pretty
finger
on
up their
air
ass.
this morning.
Jesus.
All right, well, you can explain it again then.
Oh, what a waste of time. What a big waste of time.
What? Hang on, I don't know what's gone wrong. What?
Yeah.
What, Are, you,
Yeah.
what are you
well, I
upset about?
explained all of this, and now they're like, wait for the podcast. I'm like, well, this
So
is
you
what I said in
explained
the
how
first
we were
place.
going to roll it out.
We
Yes.
just cut off the explanation. From
Yeah,
the
so we
grabs
could
and
explain it
explain
and
it
break
now.
it down in the off-air
All right,
podcast,
okay,
which
all
is
right.
what this episode is about. Jesus, I hope they're not all like this,
But
Tina.
wouldn't you put it in
God.
the regular pods? And
No,
someone hears it and
because
goes,
I
"That's
said there was
funny."
only-
And then they hear it in the off-air pod and go, "Oh, now they're breaking
Yeah.
it down."
Because literally
That's
there
what
was
I do.
2 hooks in for the advent
God
calendar.
forbid.
I don't even know why I'm having this argument with you. I just, I'm sort of thinking about not touching the podcast document anymore.
I knew this day would
chat
come.
to it.
I'm thinking of wiping my
Liam
hands.
would
and
go, well, it's
I'm
too
sort of thinking,
I think
like,
you would sleep
eh,
better.
I think
you-
I'm just like,
Yeah.
not my job anymore.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Do it.
I don't hold a hose, mate.
I remember when Liam used to care.
What do you do for the show during the show?
I update the rundown.
That's
like
more
to have a physical printed out rundown.
I would say that more hassles with. Yeah, I don't know.
If
That's-
you want to go back and search for something and find something that was done on a day, it's on the rundown.
Well, I am the backbone of this podcast. With this, everything falters without this. You know what I'm saying? Everything falters without this document.
Well, I don't know. I didn't. When did you explain it? Because I don't want you to be upset about and have a huff. But
Oh no, it was purely with Ben and Bell in the room. They were both in here, and I
well, how was
explained
I
it
meant
all.
to know?
And they. Well, you weren't the one. You weren't the one who had any problems with it.
Because I thought you were upset with me
I
saying,
have
I promoted to this, and
Oh no, I have no qualms with you, sir.
God bless you. Well, I'm on your team then.
Yeah.
Why should Liam have to do the podcast document?
But Andy, but do you? I'm more than happy for him to stop doing it. Do you think though? I care more about the formatics of. Do you think that break should be in the regular pod, and then the off-air pod we break it down, or do you think you do what Liam's done and you've removed it entirely from the pod and you only hear it in the off-air pod, and you say here's a break that went to air today, but you didn't hear it in the podcast?
Honestly, I would probably put it in both.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, there was rhyme and reason to it, and it
But
was my
I also
understanding
don't
that
think it
everyone agreed to that. But obviously, you were doing that thing where you were nodding at me, but you actually weren't listening to what I was saying.
Which you do all the time as well.
Exactly.
Never, ever, ever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So where are we at?
So
We're talking about
explaining
this?
it?
Well, we've managed to suck the complete fun out of it. That's for sure.
No, we can
No, it's the life's been
blow
sucked
the
out
fun
of it.
back in.
You can explain.
Yeah, Ben has photos of people from that event.
Oh, no.
Maybe get someone who's not part of this argument.
Hens on the weekend, and all morning Ben has been showing you just photos of close-ups of screenshots of faces of
Yes.
people that attended it.
He's been-
And there's a giant TV screen in the studio. And then at one point during that break live, he put a big close-up of someone's face on there, and it just sent you the end.
I would love to do the video, but we blur the face so you can't see.
That's
it.
what I said. I said let's put the video in Alpha Squad.
'Cause then you have no
and
idea.
crop
You have
out-
no idea
just
who
crop
it
out
is.
the
I
face.
don't think it's
I
funny
don't
without
know
the
that.
face.
That's the thing. I don't even know that person well enough to kind of explain
No,
it off as a joke.
but they're not in it. Their face is completely
You
blurred.
can
How
with
do
the
I
video. You
explain
can
what we're
crop
laughing
it.
at?
No,
but
it's
you
too
can
it's
crop
too,
it.
it's too much of a
Because the Alpha
the
Squad
explanation is
here.
here.
It's exactly, Bill. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Rarely, but I'm
if
fully
you're in
on board.
Alpha Squad, the Facebook group, you can join it.
You
There-
know that there's a face of somebody,
Correct.
but you just don't
and
know
you
who.
can see the screen change behind
Yeah.
Ben, but you can crop out so the face isn't there, and it goes hand in hand, and you can see the moment.
I reckon
a lot
it's
of extra
very
work.
as long as as long as it's blurred, whatever.
Yeah.
Not blur, it can be cropped out completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's so much harder.
I would just blur
You got
it.
that, Jack?
I would blur it.
If you got time after you do the whole podcast doc, you can do that.
Oh, we're also going out and filming like several things today. We all know you've got to leave it yesterday.
Liam's got a midday doctor's appointment
Yeah,
today.
for more antibiotics because I haven't had a solid shit since Tuesday, and I've lost 4 kilos. Okay, and I still haven't had food yet. I've not eaten. I've had 2 bananas over the weekend. That's literally
I
it.
love how these podcasts are slowly turning into like.
That's why I think I'm
dinner
grumpy.
party
That's why I
scenes
think
at
I'm
MKR.
freaking hangry.
Welcome
To
to,
be
how
fair
I
as well,
feel
yeah.
24/7.
Yeah.
I'm a Team Stapleton guy, all the way,
here we go.
all the way. And I don't want you to be angry at me because I know you're on the warpath. I would expect you to finish the break without acknowledging the photo.
And that was the test for me. It was like,
Yeah.
for me, the test was because
I think you failed the test.
the first time I did it on my phone as a wallpaper, and I was like, oh, that's really funny. And then I showed it to Liam, he lost it. And then,
Because
to be
it doesn't,
fair-
like in my head, it's like someone from a complete different universe,
Yeah,
like a different world. It's like not even really my family friends. It's like Sarah's family friends. Like
Yeah.
no way would Ben know what that person looks
Yeah.
like. And then he's obviously gone through someone's Facebook and then found
Yeah.
and then So it's
and
just
then I think
completely warps my universe.
Andy saw the jovial fun that we were having, and then Andy was like, "Oh, we could step it up a notch," and I thought that's hilarious. And then definitely he left it to me to decide when to deploy it.
I didn't think you were going to do it mid-show.
Yeah, and then
to be
I
sure.
thought, oh, I'm going to do it during the break to see how Liam handles it. Because if he
don't-
laughs,
Put it up
it's
now.
funny.
Do you still have it?
We don't,
Oh, I don't
we don't
have it
normally
now.
do that, and
No.
I know very well that you have done it in the past where you've tried to derail
Yes.
Liam, and Liam hates it.
Yeah.
Like when you did the laughing during the best man speech.
Oh no, that was a whole other thing.
And then there was another,
That had a lot of underlying context.
Problem.
and then there was another thing at Triple J that he just kept doing one time where
I kept playing crickets whenever Liam would tell a story.
yeah.
That actually was dog. That was dog.
And that was like for a month.
That
Like
was-
every
that
time
was
for a month he'd try to tell the story, and he knew it was coming, and he'd still try and tell it, and then I'd go.
But he
"No,
would
no."
like purposely, like, rather than actually giving me anything to work off of, he would just be quiet the whole time and
And Leah would be like nervously, like continuing talking, like it's coming.
And then it got to the point where Belle was
No,
like,
yeah.
"Seriously, Ben, you got to stop because you can't tell stories and it's upsetting him." And then I was like, "But that's funny." That made it even funnier to me. And then I stopped doing it when it stopped becoming funny.
Yeah, it stopped becoming funny for me about 4 weeks prior.
Yeah,
Has it started becoming funny again?
maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe for a Belle story, perhaps.
No, but that you actually do that normally.
It's actually just brought up the fact when I used to give my joke at team meet, and every time I'd get to the punchline, Andy would mute me.
Yeah.
That was also had some underlying things.
I literally would say a joke, set it all up, and then I was about to say the punchline. Andy would mute me on Teams. No one could hear the
That's so
joke.
funny.
And it went on for
But no one
weeks.
knew it was me, and it became this thing that we're looking at security cameras, like who's the phantom muter, and I would go to extreme lengths. Like I would appear on camera and have it on my phone, like beneath me, and I'd be nodding and what's going on, and then
so good.
the manager of the office said, "This is workplace bullying."
But you would agree that the joke was funnier than the joke. You know what I mean? Like what
yeah.
Andy was
Yes,
doing was
totally.
funnier than the
Even
joke.
Macy
Everyone
thought
knew
so.
it
Macy was
coming.
gonna tell.
Everyone would like
Absolutely.
brace for it. Everyone
Yeah.
was like, "It's going to be muted." And then she'd go,
Yeah.
and then it would be like mute, and
And
everyone would
Macy,
go, "Oh!"
you should know in that situation you're the foible. But that's funny because it takes two to tango. So you're the foible, but everyone laughs.
Do you mean the foil?
I like to say
boy?
foible. I like to say foible.
It's a
It
different
was
thing.
very funny.
What's a foible? What's a foible?
It was very well played.
Foible is like a mistake that someone makes. A foible.
Right, and a foil is
How do
the
you
full
spell
person.
foible?
Foible, I would say.
Sybil.
The thing is,
Sybil.
the thing is,
Sybil.
we didn't know you at that point, so I didn't know. I would never have guessed that it was you because I didn't know you or your sense of humor or anything.
No, because
so
you guys thought I was a nerd before.
I thought you were a weirdo.
Yeah.
I always saw you like because the way you walk with like your head down and you're kind of just like around the office. I was like, that guy is not fun.
Yeah.
But you're also like a AM breakfast producer as well, so I thought you'd be pretty boring.
And look at me now, part of the cool crew.
Part of the popular
The
table.
popular table.
Foible does mean a minor weakness. It also means the part of the sword blade from the middle to the point in fencing.
Interesting.
Educational show, I've always said that.
Chink of the old foible. I mean, the
foible.
question has to be asked. Macy's joke of the week: is it worth bringing it back into the off-air podcast structure?
They work.
I don't know.
I
Would
like
that be
that.
something you'd be willing to do, Macy?
I
I
could
don't know.
do that.
I mean, I would say business-wise, Friday Pod's pretty heavy anyway. But if you wanted to bring some jokes in, I'd be happy with
We
that.
could do it as a Monday.
Yeah, start the
joke
week
from
off
the
right.
weekend.
Yeah, Macy's joke of the week. Yeah,
Go
I mean,
ahead.
have you got one now? For
I've
us,
got
Macy?
one.
Go ahead, go on.
How did the butcher introduce his wife at the party?
That's pretty
Better
good. one.
muted.
That's pretty good. Nah, I like that.
not bad.
Nah, me,
Post.
Paddy, that's good.
Let you know where that came from.
Yeah, it's a good way
Well,
to
the
start
gag
the
is that it's always muted. No one ever gets the
Yeah, I'll censor it.
Nah, wonderful. Has anyone got the claves?
Well, Tina should do the claves.
Yeah. Tina, you just
Oh,
slap.
that wasn't a clave. That was a clap.
Tina has no idea what's going on.
What? I thought you said you listened to the off air.
They're usually
Oh, you've got the
kind
choke
of cut off
clap.
at the club a bit. Not gonna lie.
Oh, hey.
Hang on, you stop listening before we get to the
Well, that's when I
claves.
get home and it just sort of turn
my
it off.
God.
Yeah, so
Convenient.
I-
It's always when you.
yeah, so now
So
I
they stand the same.
kind of just winging this.
links.
Yeah. Well, you time it well.
You really hate claves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just sort of say something. You don't have to say something, but it's normally nice to say something, and then you just sort of slap them together, and the podcast ends. But no one's allowed to make.
It's
a
kind of
sound
like
after.
saying grace at the end of a podcast.
Yeah.
Can't make
If
any
you
noise
make any
after
noise
it.
afterwards, shame on you, but we have to keep going.
And also, you don't have to say, like Liam said, you don't have to say a big piece. Could be one word, could be a few words. Up to you. It's up to the clave person.
Okay.
Oh,
It was off mic.
It's off mic,
You have to go over the mic.
Oh, this,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I could hear it.
Yeah.
yeah.